Time's been
6:30.
by Randall.
You sure you just came home?
No, I.
Oh, okay. So you showered already and
No,
everything?
right now, right away.
Okay, good. Good. Hi.
I'm
Oh yeah.
good.
Boy, you got such a.
Right?
You're so red. You got sitting in the sun, huh?
Oh, a little bit, but the light here is weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in the
Are
sun.
you home or are you?
I'm
You in
home.
Palm Springs or?
No, I'm home. I'm
Okay,
home.
good. Yeah.
And
That's
I
good.
have to go in the next week or two to put up my sukkah there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that where you're
I'm
gonna
gonna.
be
Yeah,
for sukkahs?
I was there. Yeah, Chalamoid Sukkahs there is very nice.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. You do it yourself, or you have somebody do it for you?
And I do it myself.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. It's one of these
Yeah.
portable ones. This portable one, like you
Yeah.
just stick up.
Yeah. How much you selling Aliyahs for? How much you?
I can't give it away. It's the cheapest is. I mean, I got to make a couple mortgage payments. You know.
Do you have a credit card machine?
Yeah.
They can use it right there.
For sure, I'm like all the Mishalachim now.
Oh.
I stole off the Mishalach that came to.
Oh, you can sit here.
I knocked them off. I knocked them off. Yeah,
Remember the
they
first
know how
time
to
I
do
saw
it.
that, I thought, oh my
They're
God,
first
these
class.
are-
Yeah.
Here, forget it.
They're not there?
Johnny, I was talking. What's the name? Went bike riding. I says, what he takes in 4 days, you do it in a day.
What are you talking
Right?
about? What?
He went to Montana. You know when.
Kenny?
Montana,
Kenny,
yeah.
Which
His bike riding.
Kenny's way more. I'm sorry, he's way more fit than I am, so I doubt that I would do it faster than him.
No, what he does in 40, it takes you 1 day to do it.
Well, okay, so we did 100 a day, yeah, but he maybe took it easy. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I was thinking, yeah. You do 100 a day? Do you really?
Not always.
Wow.
I've done it for the
He did
bike for high. It's 100 a day. Yeah.
Wow. And do you go hills also, or is it straight?
Yeah.
It's
Hills too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, you're a young guy. You can do it. You're a young guy.
I don't do it now. I used to do it. I didn't do it now. I hate. I don't like going on hills. That's where
Do you change your flat tire also if you get it?
What?
Oh, do you change your flat tire also? Do you change your flat tire also on your bike when you're?
I can.
You
Yes.
drive?
Yes.
You get a
If
flat
it
tire?
happens. If it happens, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen too often. So.
That's good. Yeah. When you go to Israel, you bike also?
No, I haven't biked in Israel. It's to bike in Yerushalayim is like it's really dangerous. So
the cars, you mean the cars?
I haven't tried it.
Even dangerous to walk.
Okay, we're on your test 19. Tomorrow, I think it's 6:15.
Well, somebody's giving a shir in shul at 6 p.m.
Say it again.
Wait a minute. Somebody has a shir.
5:15. Ernie, 5:15 says the Koleno.
Somebody has a shir in shul at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
6 p.m.
That's why I guess they made it 5:15.
Okay.
I don't mind starting at 6 o'clock and do that instead, but it's up to you guys.
Well, who's the shear?
This guest rabbi, I don't know. I don't have the Koleno in front of me, but
No, I don't think we should do a shear during that. I think we should.
Okay, so then fine.
Let's do it at 5:15. 5:15.
Okay.
You test. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Tomer Afilu Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Moser Rishonos Kidushin Nitnu. That the Kidushin is affected by the original money that was used, it's like a Kiddushin of the father. Question is, but my Mukim law. How the normally the father can't sell her after she's been a married woman. He can't sell her twice as a shifcha. But he holds that you can't sell her as a shifcha after she's been a married woman. Borish Lakish. Mashmiyadid Adam livno kata. Can the master marry off the Amavriya to his minor son? The Torah says livno yadena. B'no amrachmana b'no koldu, even cotton. Normally a cotton is not royal in a suin. O dilma b'no dumidide. Mahu godelav no god. Means it has to be like him, which is an adult. Amrav zer toshma. It says v'isha sheriyin afis eishes ish. Someone who commits adultery, mos yumasa no efa no afis ish prat lekotton. If a cotton is the one who commits adultery, he's not put to death. Asher yina f'shes ish prat leishes cotton. Or if someone sleeps with the wife of a cotton, he's also not put to death because it's not considered a regular marriage. If we're talking about then that what the yud is to the minor son, in kematzino ishus lekotton. So there would be a concept of nesuin even by a cotton. Elamai enamiyad. That means he doesn't have the right to give it to his son. Amai kamoet lekra. But the pasuk says in b'no yadena. So why would the Torah refer to him? Tivshet mi'ei shemiyad. Maybe from the fact that the pasuk mentions it, tells us that he can do yud to his b'no kot. Amrav Rashi, no. An H's cotton is excluded not because of yud. It's a case of yibum. B'yabim ben teishav yamechad abal yivimto. Reuven and Shimon are brothers. Reuven is 10 years old. The bia of any male above the age of 9 is considered halachic bia. So if the 10-year-old has bia with the wife of Shimon, that would create, but she would be an Ashes cotton. And an Ashes cotton, you wouldn't be put to death for. Since B'nat Torah, it's a marriage, and his bia is a bia. Maybe maybe somebody has relations with such a wife would get killed. No, she's not considered a full Ashes ish. Ma'avi Allah. So what about this question about Yud for B'no Cotton? Toshma Amra Vaivu Amra Vyoni Ein Yud El Begadol. Yud can only be done if it's above bar mitzvah. And Ein Yud El Midas. He has to know what he's doing. Tarti, what I need both. Matam kor, matam Ein Yud El Begadol Lefi Shein Yud El Bedas. Has to be done with his knowledge. And a boy under the age of bar mitzvah has no das. The boy sema my das, he das dido, means she has to have das. The Tony Abai Brederavo Asher Lo Ye Ada, Malami should you have to inform her. Who Amrla, the Kiddusha Yehu. And this is talking about informing her that the master wants to do yud. Most Rishon Slavli Kiddushin. It's not related to the first money that he got, but he has to do another act where he gives her money, like regular Kiddushin. Even according to the Mandama that says yud is done with the original money, means it still has to be done with her knowledge. Special Gzeres HaKosov.
Yeah, but she's under 12. How is it? The only way that he can marry her when she's under 12, and she does no das under 12. So how is she ever going to be?
She has to be informed.
Yeah,
Just
but what does that mean? She doesn't understand under 12. She doesn't understand. You have to have.
But it has to be midaita. It can't be against her will, even if she's under a cut,
But-
even if she's a cotton.
But she can't. It's not positive. She can't understand if he does tell her. She wouldn't understand it. So how could they ever
No,
be
we have
that?
no. We have the neder.
Gabriella Holmesville, Gabriella Shapiro, or one other.
The neder of an 11-year-old girl, if she understands it, is considered a neder.
But she's not mechuyev.
Eina odin miyad.
Because she,
Eina odin miyad sa'ama ivriya elamidaito. Can't be done against her will.
but she doesn't understand anything under 12. She can't be considered. She's not
She
mechuyev.
still can't be forced, but she cannot. It's not like Yibum where you can force her. It can be done against her will. This can't be done against her will, even though she's a cotton. Right, the Rishonim argue, something just have to inform her. Some say it's not enough that you inform her, but she's have to agree. My Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Yehuda, Tanya, Asher lo ya'ada vehavda. Meaning, there's no yihud unless there's opportunity to redeem her. Even on the last day of her servitude, if there's enough time that at least there's a shava pruta of time which she can work, where she could be redeemed, you could do yihud. With that amount of that she's mechuyev of the avoda, that's how he's mekadesh. And if there isn't enough time, b'imlav eina mekudesh. Am ksaver moser rishonos. So this has nothing to do with the original money that the master received, that the master paid to acquire her. That's lavli Kidushin Daf, but it's a second act where he has to give her money. And if there's some time left, where with that amount of money of work that she has, he can be Makadish her. But this can be learned even according to Mandorma Kidushin Nisnu, that the original money was also for Kiddush. Shani Ocha, Dam Rachmana v'Havda, Xer Sakosuv, that the Yud can only be done as long as there's pidyon left. Amrav Nachman. Omer Adam Labito Ktanat Siva Kibli Kedushet. Father can accept kesef kiddushin from a man on behalf of his daughter to be makadosh her, and he can appoint her the shaliach to get the kiddushin. Her, even though she's not a bardas, she's made a shliachas of the av. From this Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda, Lavam Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Mosar Rishon Slav Kiddushin Nitnu, because there she's also that it's not the original money that was given for her purchase, but it's later on. And as long as as long as there's some time left for her to do work, shavar pruta v'kiddushin. So in essence, when the father sold her, he made her a shaliach to accept kiddushin if the master wanted it. And in fact, at that time of the youth, the father doesn't get anything; she gets it. Achanami lo shna. So she can also be appointed by the father to be the shaliach to pick up money that somebody wants to give the father on behalf of being mekadesh her. Normally, we've learned. Let's say you've lent money to a woman, and you say to her, "Be mekadesh with me. You don't have to pay me back." We normally say that is not kiddushin. I'm mekadesh b'malva ain't a kiddushin. However, if she gave a collateral, sheyesh lav mashkan, and he is moichel the debt, and he gives her back the mashkon, mikudeshes, from this Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda. Lavan Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Moshe Rishon Slav the Kiddushin Nitnu. The general theme is that the original money was not for Kiddushin. So, this debt that the daughter has to work is like a halvohi. It's not really mamoin. It's a debt. It's a hischayvus. She's like the mashkon. Her body is the achrayus to fulfill the indebtedness. As long as there's enough time left in the day for her to do some work that's worth a Shavah Pruta, he can use that for Kiddushin, have a Kiddushin. Therefore, he's Makadisher with the Halva and the Mashkon. Chanami Loshna. Hayalo etzlo malva la mashkon v'kitche boso malva v'echzu la mashkon rezu mekudesh. So that's a big halacha. We always learned that Mekadesh b'malva ain't a mekudeshes. But if she gave a mashkon because he lent her money and he forgives the loan, and she gives the mashkon back, and he gives the mashkon back to her, she's mekudeshes. Torah Ketzad mitzvahs yud. How does yud work? Oimer lo b'fnei shnayim areyat mekudeshes sleep, or areyat meuresses sleep. He says before Eidim, you are mekadesh to me. Afilu b'sof sheish, even at the almost near the end of the 6 years. Afilu samach l'shkias v'chametz, close to sunset on the last day. But there's enough time left for a Shavah Pruta, like we said. And Eina noig bo minig ishus, ve'eina noig bo ad minig shefchus. He treats her like a wife, not like a shifcha. She's mikudeshes. Rav Yosef Rabbi Omer im yeshos b'yom kidei lasos imai Shavah Pruta. It means the Rabbanim hold you don't even need time for Shavah Pruta. Only Rabbi Yosef says you need time. Mikudeshes, umlav ena mikudeshes. Mashal loimer liisha. It's like an example. A man says to a woman, "Iskachi limei achshav lachash shloshim yom." After 30 days go by, be mikudeshes to me, and it goes back retroactive to the first day. Ubo acher v'kitsha b'tok shloshim yom. A second person came and gave her kesef kiddushin, was mekadesher, mikudeshes l'risho. The kiddushin of the first still takes precedence. Mashal Aman. Who is this mashal for? Ilay mashal Rav Yosef Rav Yehuda. Ha im yesh shos b'yom kidei lasos imay Shavah Pruta mikudeshes m'lav lo. If there's no time left, there's no kiddushin. So Rabbi Yosef Rav Yehuda doesn't consider the kiddushin al t'nai from the beginning of the kinyan. It's just from the time of the yud. That's why at the time he has to say if the Shavah Pruta mikudeshes. So Amar Rav Acha ben Rava, no, Mashal Rabbanon, who hold that from the time of the kinyan, it's like set up to go retroactive. And in the 6 years, if the master ever has a desire to be Mekadesh, it goes back with Mafreya. The word says Pshita, we understand this now, the same Halo Amerle, but the father who sold her didn't say when he sold her his nama me'achshav. Kamash Milan, that is considered me'achshav. Tanyida. So the Rambam says, Ketzad mitzvahs yid omer lo b'fnei shnayim arei mekudeshes sleep. Afilu b'sof shnos avodas samach l'shki. As long as, even if it's the second left, ve'enu tzarech lasos la klum, doesn't have to give her anything. Shemos harishonos l'kiddushin. It's the original money that was given for kiddushin. Now, if he sold her for an amma, and then the father accepted kiddushin from somebody else, the master has first rights to be miyayin. if the master didn't do yiyud, or to his son, when she leaves from the rishus of the Yodon, she can become a kiddushin to the second guy. Tanya chamocher is bito, balach v'kish lacher, and then he accepted kiddushin from somebody else. Sichek ba'adam, he's laughing at the master, even though he sold her, and l'chura, he's taking her out of the possession of the master by accepting kiddushin. Umikadeshas l'sheni, K'div Rabbi Yosef Bar Yehuda. The Chomer Raimim imrotz l'yad miyad, and the second kiddushin mevatel. Mashal Omer liisha Rebbe Kadeshas l'lachar shloshim yom. Here's kesef kiddushin now, but it won't take an effect until after 30 days. But he didn't say me'asha. Uboach every kitcha b'toch shloshim yom. A second party comes and gives her kiddushin on day 10. So it's mekudeshes l'sheni. It wasn't because he didn't say me'asha. Mashal Laman, Ilem Rabbanon, Ami Rabbanon Shimrotz Liyad Miyad. I thought the Chacham said if the master wanted to do yud, it works, and there's no chalois in the second kiddushin. El Am Rava Ravacha Breda Rava, the marshals Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda. No pshita. Certainly, it's like that. About to say Mahalo Amr Lalach Shloshim Yom. He never used the term Lach Shloshim Yom, and it's as if he gave the kiddushin now Kamash Balon, that the beginning of the yiyud is only from the time when he wants to be miyayid or beferish, and that goes back from the time that it was acquired, when she was acquired. Tani de Chamoicher is bito. He sold the daughter uposak on the nashalo liyayid. They made it tnai. I'm selling her, but you can't be miyayid. Niskai matnai. Div Rab Meir. Rab Meir says you can make such a tnai. I mean, no. Torah says that the master is allowed to do. You can't make a tnai against the Torah. It's not bottle. So what do you mean? Rav Meir holds now Kayim? Vatanya, I'm giving you kiddushin, but I don't have to give you food, clothing, or sexual relations. Hareze mekudeshes utno bottle the Rav Meir. So even Rav Meir holds that if you make it tonight against the Torah, it goes away. Rav Yehuda is the one who says bedavar shebemamon, like money and clothing, tno kayim. But Rav Meir holds you can't make it tonight. That's written in the Torah. Amar chizki shani acha she'amar kravachim kor ish as bito la'ama. Pamim she'ena muchra la'ama bilvad. Sometimes she can be sold only for servitude and not l'shem nesuin. So yiyud is not necessarily an obligation put in the Torah. It's a reshus. He can do it if he wants to. So you can get rid of it with it tonight. One of the Chachamim who hold that it is part of its time in the Torah, and you can make such a tonight. What do they do with this limud of chiyim kor ishes bito la'ama? My avdilei. A father can sell her to a mamzer who cannot marry her. And v'halodinu, we understand it from a Kal V'chomer. In Mikachel Psulim, a father can accept Kesef Kiddushin from Chayve Lavin, like Kohen to an Agrusha or a Mamzer, because Kiddushin is Toifus. The Basin will force a divorce, but there is Kiddushin. So Loyim Kerenel Psulim, if he can be Makadesh, he certainly can sell her. No, we need another limud. Mala Makachel Psulim can order Makadesh is Bito Kshinara. A father can be Makadesh to his daughter even when she's above 12. But maybe Kiddush L'Psulim works, but we can't learn from there Im Keren L'Psulim. Because Einon Moichas Bito Kshinara. A father is not allowed to sell his daughter once she's 12 years old. To teach me the pasuk lama kornech chachamim, he can sell her to even people who are puzzled to her. We don't need that. What does it mean ra'ah? That it's bad. Sharab and Yuseh. That means the Nisun would be be'isr. Yet the Mechir is Mekayim. That he holds, Eliezer, that the Amma comes to teach me you can sell her to relatives. Well, relatives cannot live with them, but you can still sell her to them. We'll go into this more in detail tomorrow. Have a good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
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 Shabbos. Shabbos, Mario.